Here we go. I'll see you guys on North. The rocky shores of the North Sea comprise the setting for a titanic clash of enemy fleets. This is North. North is a 48 by 48 kilometer domination-style map with 3 cap points running a line from west to east. The A cap is on the left, B is in the center, and C is on the right. Cap A on the left is the most open and accessible on the board. There are plenty of ways in and out for destroyers and not many places for radar cruisers to hide nearby. As the smallest capture area on the board, the most common access to Cap B comes from due north or south, but there is a small access via a channel between the islands on the eastern edge. Further to the east, Cap C has a single island within that can provide some cover for ships attempting to capture, but there's enough island cover nearby to conceal radar cruisers from multiple directions. 18 ships, 2 teams, 1 victor. It's time to play North. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Game 2 of this best-of-3 match between Kraken and QCN. Disregard what my overlay says. QCN, for some reason, is not on the list, so we're picking their cousin clan, but it's close enough. Zath, talk to me about the Kraken lineup.
Well, so the Kraken lineup, we've got Tedster in an Ohio this time. Now, Tedster loves the Ohio.
He's much happier.
He's much happier in the Ohio and the Montana, so I'm interested, seeing that. And then we've got Bismarck Bot now in the Yamato, along with Verm in Des Moines, SF now in the Des Moines. So Griefer has taken over the Russian cruiser position with the Nevsky. Hanger is still in the Moskva, and we've got Gearing and Double Summers again.
Now, one of the things that I note about this lineup, Zath, there's no Stalingrad on this lineup. And it's interesting to me that they've opted for a Nevsky. We haven't seen a lot of Nevsky in this tournament so far. So it's curious.
No, we haven't. It can't stealth radar, which is a good thing, and I'm kind of upset that the Petro is able to. But
for the moment,
regardless of that, I see that White Symphonia is also dropping another smokescreen, and it just seems odd because it kind of gives away intentions, and I don't think that those ships behind, like the Moskva and the Nevsky, they don't need that smokescreen to stay undetected.
Actually, well, maybe the Moskva probably would, because Zinke is pushed far enough up that he could absolutely spot him. They're taking shots. They're taking shots at Hangar Not Found right now.
Then it must have been just at the very brief end there, because I saw him get within 14.1 kilometers, so it must have just been briefly, but okay, very well.
Oh, yep, and that's why.
Okay, that's why. Okay,
that's why.
My apologies.
No, that's okay.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the Moskva is skirting that island. Maybe if he was a little bit more north, but of course you do run the risk of running into that invisible wall on the end of that little peninsula there. So,
QCN,
okay, fair enough.
QCN bringing in Ohio of their own, Kremlin, Des Moines, Moskva. They also have a Nevsky, double Stalingrad, opting for a Gearing and a Summers. They start the game with about 100,000 HP advantage.
Yeah, and Griefer here is going into the smoke for Akazuki Kai. Oh goodness.
Yeah.
Monster hits again.
These Stalingrads, I think, I'm afraid, are going to have their way, and Symphony is about to take a torpedo.
No.
Symphony's going to take a torpedo.
2 big bites out of Griefer and the Moskva, so...
Yeah, this eastern flank of Kraken giving up a lot of health already.
Yeah.
They're trying to push Griefer's Nevsky up to get Zinke off the cap. They did succeed in that, at least.
And that's the perfect start that QCN needed. They lost a really close game. It was going either way, and then they come out right here in Game 2, and they already put a lot of damage on the board. So.
Yeah, they've chunked those ships down very quickly here. Yeah. Now, Zinke might actually end up taking a torpedo of his own if he's not careful.
No, he's going to slow down, I think.
Yeah, he'll pull the handbrake and find a hole. There you go.
Seems like Kraken's trying to get something going on the east side with the Summers and the Des Moines.
Oh yeah, definitely. But Griefer can't really stick around where he is right now. He's got to move.
Well, they know that one of the destroyers was at B, right? I don't believe they've spotted the destroyer that is on A, but they know he was there briefly. So Kraken should be able to know that there is no destroyer at C, at least not at the moment. Now, I'm going to check. Let's have a look here. I'm betting... Nope, I was wondering if the Gearing was rotating that direction. He's not. Well, he kind of is. He's playing behind the Kremlin. He's over here on the G line.
Our torpedoes coming into the smokescreen laid for Griefer. He's going to have to make a move here within maybe 10-15 seconds. See, I don't know if those are spotted yet. I don't think so.
I also don't know if they have the range. I assume that they must, but I don't know.
Yeah, he's still sitting there. Okay, now the engine's going, so I think perhaps...
He's got a gap if he can make it.
The Nevsky is clumsy, but it does look like he should.
He's got it. If he'll pull... Yeah, he's got to pull the brake now. He's going to be okay.
Yep. There's the radar for the other QCN Nevsky moving, it appears in reverse. Yeah, kind of going ass in near the A-cap. So.
Yep. Symphonia working the top end of the B-cap, maybe trying to get down there, but he's got to be a little cautious. He doesn't know that there's a Des Moines lurking on the bottom end of that cap circle. They have no vision on him right now.
And I'll be honest with you guys, QCN's position right now is pretty good because Tedster, Vermicelli, and Kay are going to have to make something happen on the 910 line. But look at all of those QCN ships. I mean, they even got the Kremlin up there right next to the island.
I'm not sure I like this 910 line play. I mean, maybe they've got a way to make it work that I don't know. But every time we see teams try this, it almost never seems to work.
Well, they're going to need Tedster to get in the fray.
Right?
Yeah.
There comes
they're
the Summers.
They're going to need to activate Ted.
Here comes Zinke Summers onto the bottom end of the cap. Griefer spotted by Zinke, turning away so he can try and avoid the incoming Stalingrad and Ohio fire. He gets his radar up, but they do not have eyes on Zinke. He's out of range for the radar to pick up the Summers on the bottom end of A.
He's 12.5 away, so yeah, just slightly. But those, obviously, the Moskva and the Nevsky, they took so much damage early that now, QCN, they're going to get this cap, of course.
Symphonia now into B. That should draw Sapin's attention in his Des Moines. Let's see what he does. He was reversing. Yep, here comes his engine. He's going to come right around the corner and be right in Symphonia's face, I think.
Oh, and he's 6.5, 6 kilometers. Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah.
I think Symphonia is just realizing it. Yeah.
FBI open up.
Yep. FBI open up indeed. Symphonia now radared at what amounts to basically point blank range.
Yeah.
Yep.
See if he's going to be able to get out of dodge here. Should be able to. But obviously he's going to eat quite a bit of his remaining hit points just trying to maneuver out.
Yep.
So
he's burning, but he's realized that there's no point in putting the fire out for the moment until he's got some cover.
And man, QCN is really rolling up this A side. I mean, they can take that Ohio, Stalingrad, Nevsky, and they can really do whatever they want with it.
Symphonia finally does get away, sneaks away on about a quarter of his HP. But the Kraken eastern flank really, really not looking good. They gave up a ton of health early, and the situation hasn't improved.
And I love this rotation for SPA 654's gearing for QCN, going all the way to the 10 line to keep that vision angle available. And then also the Stalingrad has also repositioned. And I really like, again, QCN's got a very strong set of spots on this 7 line to the east. And now Kraken is really on the 8 ball here because they're down, 250? Yeah. And they're ticking 2 caps, so
7.5 minutes gone. Kraken down nearly 300 points. They own no caps. They're way down on HP. Well, still that 100,000 gap has basically remained, as they just don't, right at the moment. It doesn't feel like they have a really solid plan to get in and make a play somewhere.
I think they're going to have to activate the Yami here, Bismarck bot.
He doesn't seem to have been very effective where he is.
No, and I understand that opening position because you can't get those cheeky, cross-map shots on the approach to A. But now that QCN has moved up, there's no more room for that. So, yeah, they're going to have to activate him. And it looks like he's turning to go on B.
Symphonia taking a big risk there, getting spotted once again by the Des Moines, but sneaks into hard cover, doesn't take any damage.
Yep.
It looks like they might... I think they're going to drive Bismarck into B.
Yeah, for sure. But those guys over at A, Griefer and Hanger, they're going to have to keep those guys from being able to turn the corner. And actually, based off of QCN's position, I don't even know if they're going to even bother pushing north. They can just keep that Zinke's Somers out there spotting, and they don't really have to do anything crazy.
But at this point, QCN doesn't need to do anything but sit still. It's completely on Kraken to do something. And you can see them reorienting to try. They're trying to put a lot of pressure on Captain Deadpool's Moskva here on the south side of C, but I'm not sure Vermi's going to win this trade.
Yeah, obviously the rate of fire is going to help. We'll see. If the Moskva gets lucky and starts knocking out turrets, it's going to make it impossible for sure. But also the other Des Moines, Sapin's getting some shots too.
But we're nearing the halfway mark of the match, and Kraken is running out of time. They're 400 points down. They do finally get on to B. Symphonia basically trying to work this gap that gives him an escape route into this little channel. Sapin puts up his radar, so they know now what's in B. They can see Bismarck taking his position in the middle of the map. Now, that's going to give Bismarck some interesting shots as well.
Yeah, and Verm cannot move any more further forward because Sapin will... Oh, no, yeah, Sapin's going to have shots if he gets his guns turned, which I'm sure is coming here shortly. And Symphonia... Uh-oh. Just took a chunk there. Nevsky's got him.
And there he goes.
That's it.
Kraken losing their first ship of the game. Symphonia's gearing going down here. But they're going to get they're going to get Captain Deadpool in return. There goes Vermi. Yep. Is he going to trade with Deadpool? He doesn't. Deadpool lives on 900 HP.
Yeah. But that's okay, because of course when you're winning, if you trade evenly, it's not a big deal.
It's not a big deal. Yeah, you don't care.
Yeah.
Tetzer's secondaries do finish off the Moskva for Kraken's first kill of the game, as it does look like for the moment they're going to bag B. Although Sapin is trying to move up on Bismarck's broadside, Bismarck sitting in the cap ready and waiting for this opportunity.
Well, look how far spread out Kraken's ships are just because of the early damage that was
Sapin goes down to 7 HP. He went down to 7 HP, and now the Yamato secondaries get into the game.
But he's going to be able to chunk.
Bismarck is taking a ton of damage, but they are going to get him off the board. As now, Ted's secondaries get into it from the Ohio. Kraken trying to make some plays here, but it feels like it's going to come too little, too late. They've pushed
there's
through
no way
B.
Cheney's going to die.
They pushed through through C without capping it.
Oh my God, you're right.
Ted is going to burn out here momentarily.
Yeah.
K does look like he's retreating back to the north to pick up C.
Yeah. But now SFNL is just...
SF is basically just hung out to dry, more or less.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, compromised position. That'd be a good way to put
They can see him. They've got him on radar now. I'm not sure anybody's going to have shots on him. Even the Stalingrad is too far away. The Nevsky's got shots coming in, but if I'm Cheney, all I do is push up around the corner into SF's face and just wreck him.
Bismarck's looking for a shot on Cheney. I don't know if that angle is going to be receptive to Citadels.
We'll find out.
He does have a shot.
No.
He misses. Cheney flips his engines around.
Yep.
Bismarck takes a chunk in return. Cheney also takes a torp and a flood. He puts out...
Kraken's just going to have to magically find a way to start killing stuff here.
Well, like, right now, SF actually has an opportunity to jump forward and outturn the turrets of the Kremlin.
But he's given it up.
Lost that opportunity.
He's given it up. He had it, but he's lost it now.
He's going for it now.
Looks like he's going for the ram? Or is he trying to get around him? No, he is trying to get around him.
So he will be able to get around, but I don't know if the Des Moines turrets turn that quickly. I don't think so.
They are trying, but it looks like he's given up. He's just going to keep moving forward and as the Stalingrad's going to take a chance to try to finish him off.
Yeah. So now they finally will be.
Yep. I think he's aiming. He's aiming mid, and he's got
to be careful because that stern turret is about to come around.
Yeah.
There it is. But he bounces them. They're going to get Cheney.
He should be aiming at.
They're going to get Cheney as he now SF's got to flip his guns.
Admiral Oliver gets away on 2,500 HP over on the H1 line.
I see that.
They needed that kill.
Yeah, I see that.
Oh yeah.
Despite being down almost 600 points, technically they're not completely out of this game yet. But man, they got a lot of ground to make up.
Nakazuki's getting radared, I presume, and also taking secondary hits from the Ohio. So,
not sure who he's getting radared by. Nobody's in range. Even the Nevsky's at the extreme edge of the Nevsky's radar range.
And as expected, SFNL goes down. So,
with SF's death, that ought to seal this, right? Like K can pick up C, but he cannot defend it. There's no way he can keep them out of C. And SPA 654 is going to be on B momentarily.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're going to game 3, fellas. I just don't see any way that they're gonna get out of this.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I really didn't think that that advanced QCN position with the Somers right at the start was going to be able to get the Moskva spotted, because like I really thought that if he was like really far up in C4 hugging the island that he should be able to make it, but that really set the tone for the game, honestly. Getting that big chunks at the start, that...
Well, I also think that maybe Symphonia's smoke came a little too early, right? If you notice that the shot that they got on the Moskva came as he moved, there was smoke, but the smoke didn't cover the complete gap, right? The last, I don't know, few hundred yards of that little channel were open and not covered, and that's where they saw the Moskva, because that's where Zinke had moved up far enough.
Yep. And it's always just that little bit.
Yep.
That's all you need is that one pixel, and boom, you're spotted.
Yep, and we know QCN's competent. You give them a window, and they certainly made it pay, and it looks like Hangar's going to kick the bucket here shortly.
Yeah, they've definitely proven their competence more than once in King of the Sea.
Oh, for sure. So, yeah, he's going to go down, and, yeah, on to Game 3.
I'm getting so many death picks today.
Zath has
a
very morbid fascination with death in World of Warships. Nobody's really sure why, but it's totally a thing.
Endless shit talking. That's all you need, you know. you just gotta roast your buddies. So, and Griefer's gonna go out here honorably.
Griefer's gonna sell his ship dearly, but it will not make a difference. When he dies, that will be the end of the game.
Do you think his ship sinks upside down too?
No, I don't think so. I don't think that's how that works.
And there's the death pick.
All right.
Well,
QCN looking good.
QCN looked fabulous wall to wall in that match, tying it up here to game apiece, forcing a Game 3.
That's right. I'll tell you what, Kraken just did not look good that game.
No, they really didn't. They really didn't.
From the start, that was a way too aggressive approach with the Moskva and the Nevsky, and they paid the price for that right off the bat.